Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Body and Soul Expo podcast, your go-to source for holistic health and wellness. I'm your host, Bruce Starr. Mark your calendars and join us on Sunday, October 26th, 2025 at the beautiful Palm Beach Gardens Marriott. It's going to be an absolutely incredible event, a truly transformational day you won't want to miss. We're proud to have sold out over 60 incredible vendor spaces in just 6 short weeks, most of whom are also powerful, innovative speakers sharing profound insights into a world of new and tried and true healing modalities and products. You will just have to be there to discover this all for yourself. The Expo is a culmination of Lauren's nearly 3 decades in the health and wellness arena and owning spas, and my 4 decades in the entertainment industry, from being a Hollywood talent agent and manager to television, radio, and podcasting. For all the latest updates and information and exciting news and special announcements, please look for and follow our Body and Soul Expo Facebook site. And for a deeper dive into what our expo will offer, definitely visit our bodyandsoulexpo.org website and take the time to investigate all that you will see there. Today, we're diving into another inspiring episode of the Body and Soul podcast, where we will showcase the incredible talents, experiences, and knowledge of the wonderful vendors and speakers who will be appearing at the Expo. Today, our guest is Dr. Diana Drake. She is a board-certified traditional naturopath. She owns her own virtual practice and is also an entrepreneur in the wellness space, owning 3 brands. We're going to learn more about that. Her homeopathic brand, Dr. Dale Wellness, focuses on products for natural thyroid and hormone rejuvenation. This stuff sounds fantastic. She also owns Skin Naturopathics, an herbal supplement brand with dedicated protocols for skin issues such as hormonal acne, eczema, and more. Her newest endeavor, Rejuventide Peptides, a longevity company providing research peptides for wellness and longevity. Diana also trains and coaches other practitioners in a variety of capacities, from protocols to business building. She's a published author, public speaker, and finds her passion in creating customized protocols that empower her clients to take control of their wellness. So welcome, Dr. Diane, to the Body and Soul Expo podcast.
Thank you, Bruce. So excited to be here.
So I'm excited to have you and so many of the other so talented people, all in their own way. Tell us about you. Tell us, we can go back to, your college education and how you decided to get into the work that you're doing today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of a sad and personal story, but my mother had her first heart attack when I was in, I don't know, wherever you are in when you're 7, right? Like, what is that? Kindergarten or maybe more?
2nd grade, maybe.
Yeah, maybe 2nd grade. And, it was determined that her cholesterol was too high. She was in incredible shape. She was a runner. And several years later, they said, you know what, we should probably check your daughter to see if she has this high cholesterol. It's very genetic. And sure enough, when we tested me, my lipids were over 650. As you know, the range is supposed to be under 200. So it was quite the flag for someone. I was in 5th grade at the time. And both her and I were, taking statin drugs. at that time to lower cholesterol. Fast forward to when I'm age 23 and she died of her second heart attack. And that was when I really figured out that there was something wrong with Western medicine. So there are a lot of things that, kind of sparked. That was the genesis of it. And then along the way, different things. But I'm just in a position now where I want to empower people to understand that you can live a life without any prescriptions whatsoever. And that includes, synthetic hormones, thyroid drugs, the GLP drugs that everybody's on. I really try to empower people to understand that the body is the doctor. We just have to give it what it needs. And that's kind of been my mission ever since.
I love that. What steps did you take? What did you investigate when you realized that Western medicine did not do right by your mom and most likely might not do well by you?
Yeah, absolutely. So initially, it was my own path, right? To get off statin drugs and really understand the root cause of a lot of cardiovascular things, we'll say, right? So I worked with a naturopath at the time, got myself off the drug, got myself on supplements. I was no longer subject to all the negative side effects of taking a statin. For anyone out there that's taking a statin drug, it's terrible for your liver, a lot of body aches and pains. You have to check your liver for elevated enzymes. It's really not healthy. So I was able to get my cholesterol not ever under 200. I could if I wanted to, but the reality is it's safe up to 300 really, as long as it's not oxidizing. So I do that by checking inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein and homocysteine levels. So I really learned to manage my own health. That was the first part, right? And at the time, I was in sales and marketing, and I actually went to become a natural esthetician, and I opened a cute little spa. And that's when I opened my first brand, or I started my first brand, which was Skin Naturopathics. And I wanted to help people that were, getting put on all these dermatology drugs from the dermatologists. And I really wanted them to understand the root cause of their skin conditions. And then from there is when the pivot came to become a naturopath. After I got my board certification that year, I actually met Dr. Teresa Dale, who specialized in hormone and thyroid conditions. And I wasn't necessarily interested in specializing in hormone and thyroid conditions with what happened to my mother. I wanted to do cardiovascular, but that's just not what the universe brought me. I got a ton of women that needed help with hormones and thyroid. So I went into a program with her, like a mentorship, and she unfortunately passed away about 4 years ago. Actually 3 years ago, of breast cancer. First time she fought it, second time she was older, she was almost 80. So I was able to buy the company from her family. They didn't know what to do with it. And my concern was, how are we going to keep this medicine moving forward? Because she did really pioneer a lot of great things in the homeopathic space with endocrinology. And so that's why it's called Dr. Dale Wellness, not Dr. Drake Wellness, because I keep her name to preserve and to continue her legacy and the work that she did, that she started in the 80s. And then the peptide thing just kind of changed my own life. And when I saw that, that's what happens. Something has to impact me first. And then when I see a need for it, because I had a sales and marketing background before any of this natural wellness stuff, I'm very entrepreneurial. And now, working in the wellness space, I have a lot of good connections with manufacturing and all kinds of different things. But peptides are really cool. Bruce, have you tried any peptides on yourself yet?
No, but I believe my wife has. Tell me about them because I hear about them, but I don't really know about them.
So that was me like literally 6 months ago. I was like, I hear the word peptides. I know what a collagen peptide is. Outside of that, I don't get it. So a peptide is just an amino acid. It's something that our body makes and uses anyway. And basically, we are in a lab putting them in certain chains to mimic certain functions that we want it to have in the body. So it's really cool. You can use them for almost anything: pain, inflammation, hormones. I mean, so many things. And I've just had chronic pain in my neck and shoulder for about 15 years, just from working a desk job. I never injured myself. It's a very strange pain. I spend hundreds of dollars a month on massage, chiropractic, cryotherapy. I'm telling you, I've tried everything and it's very debilitating. Like if I sleep in a different bed or fly on an airplane, my neck, it's horrible for being only 41, having all this pain. My girlfriend was like, look, you have to try peptides. You inject them yourself. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. She's like, let me just send it to you. It's really easy. And I did, and I'm at like 95% pain free. And the cool thing about peptides is I mean, there are obviously some nuances like knowing, who you can't use them on or what they might not work with, but for the most part, there are not really any negative side effects because our body makes these things anyway. And because our body makes them, it is not considered a drug and it is not really something regulated by the FDA. It's kind of a gray area right now as far as its use. But a lot of in vitro studies are being done that you can look up on PubMed. Even ChatGPT will spit out a lot of good data on what these things can do and their safety and efficacy. So, just because of my own experience, I was retailing another practitioner brand to my clients. And then I thought, you know what? I want access to more things. And I really want to get in on this opportunity to really help and educate people with peptides because I also train practitioners. So that's part of it too, is teaching practitioners how to use these things as well.
So is injection the only way to take advantage of peptides?
It is not. It depends on what you need it for. So for example,
How about good looks?
that's right, good looks. So like for pain and injury and inflammation, you're going to get a better result if you just stick it right into that tissue, right? Like
Oh,
get it right into that area. You can also take them orally. Like for example, the peptide I use on my shoulder, it's called BPC 157. It stands for body protection compound. You can also take it orally. However, the body's going to use that up wherever it wants. So, how much is left over by the time it goes through your hepatic system and all the way to the neck and shoulder? I don't know. But taking it internally would be really good, like if you have gut issues, for example. So, injection is a great way to get it. But for those who don't want to inject, we will have a line of oral peptides. It'll be a dissolvable strip that goes on the roof of your mouth. So at least we don't rely on it to go through the hepatic system. We're trying to get it right into the bloodstream. So on most peptides, that'll be great. But for pain, inflammation, healing, and injury, if you can just get it right in that tissue, that is the best thing. And the needles are so tiny, it's really not as bad as you think.
okay.
And it's worth it.
Super interesting. I mean, I didn't know anything about this. I know all these things that you're talking about is our future. Getting
Yes.
off of pharmaceuticals and doing things more and more homeopathic, all the things that you're talking about is our future. And that's what's so exciting about the Body and Soul Expo, because everybody that's going to be there is really introducing or reinforcing healthy alternatives to what people have been stuck on for so many years. And it's very exciting. I want to thank Noah Crane for doing her podcast, because that's where I saw you a month or so ago. I said, hey, we have to have that lady on our podcast and at our expo. So I'm thrilled that you accepted my invitation. And tell me what you foresee yourself doing at the expo. Of course, you will have a chance to speak and talk all about your products, and you'll have a chance to sell whatever products or services that you sell. But how do you see yourself at the expo?
Well, Bruce, first of all, thank you for having the expo. As someone, as a brand owner, I spend a lot of money every year going to a lot of trade shows, and I've gotten so burnt out on doing it. So my goal for this year was I really want to just do things local in my community, smaller scale, don't have to fly, all the things. So I'm so excited to be involved with this. And I just plan to have a little booth, engage with the community. I love having a talk. I'll do a nice overview, but people will get a chance to talk to me. I do, if anyone wants to work with me as a practitioner, I do offer a complimentary 15-minute phone consultation just to see if we're the right fit, see if what kind of the plan would be. So I'll be there scheduling people if they just want to, see how that initial meeting would go. And yeah, we'll be selling stuff, we'll be networking, we'll be talking, we'll be doing all the things.
Beautiful. Saturday before, we're going to have a gathering. I know you live South County, but you might want to come up Saturday before because we're all going to get together. All the vendors are going to get together at the hotel and party for 2 or 3 hours. So I know
Yeah.
if you can set your schedule so that you don't miss that, because my goal, and I know it's going to happen, it's the vision's already there, that we're
Mm.
going to have so many people at the expo that a lot of the vendors are going to be so busy they won't get a chance to talk to each other. So
Yes.
that's why I want all of us to get together the day before at the hotel and just
Mm.
get to know each other and network with each other and exchange ideas with each other. And the other thing I want to tell you is we're going to be doing more of these expos. It went over so well. Uh, I shouldn't say this because it's not in the books, it's not definite yet, but I really want to have not just a body and soul expo, but one for women, women's body and soul
Mm.
expo, where
Hmm.
we focus on more feminine needs, because I know that's just huge and so in demand. So I think we'll keep you pretty busy in our area just doing our expos because we plan on doing a bang up job. And you're going to say, hey, I want to be a part of these expos because it's going to be great. I'm looking
I
forward to it.
know. Yes, that's amazing. One of the most fun things about trade shows really is like networking with the vendors, oddly enough.
Absolutely.
It really is fun. And, I'm from Colorado. I've only been in South Florida for a couple of years.
Oh,
So I'm always excited to get more connections down here and meet people for sure. So thank you for that opportunity.
oh, my pleasure. And you'll have plenty of that. Also, here you're doing our podcast. I'm also going to be hosting, starting the middle of August, a radio show on 100.3 FM Legends Radio. And what's fascinating about that is younger people don't listen to that. I'm the first one to know that. But 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s who love Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Big Band, all
Mm.
those artists with fantastic music, they listen to that. And on a Saturday morning, when people of that genre are looking for information, looking for health ideas, I'll be doing a show then, an hour-long show, and we might talk about how you might be a part of that as well.
I would love that. Being that Dr. Dale was also in that same age range, she has a lot of stuff for menopause. In the peptide space, we have a lot of things for longevity, for pain, for anti-aging. Dr. Dale actually being of her age, dying around 80, her entire demographic was that kind of older community. So we do have things for menopause in the peptide space, things for pain, longevity, anti-aging, all kinds of incredible things, sleep, all kinds of things. I have a lot of senior citizen clients that come to me and they say, I've been on a thyroid medication for 20 years. Is it too late for me? Can I still get off the meds? And I say, it's not going to happen in 6 months, but yes, we can do it. So I do definitely cater and love to serve our older community.
Excellent, Diana. Dr. Diana, thank you so much for doing this show. This has been great. I've learned a lot, and I'm excited to be able to offer people like you to our viewing audience. And I think that everyone who does this show, including yourself, you're going to be rock stars before the event even gets going. And people are going to come to your booth and say, I saw you on that podcast, and thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Bye bye, everybody. And thank you so much. We'll do some more body and soul expos in the very near future. Take care, everybody.